All right, hello everybody. Welcome to Q&A live stream number 48. It is approximately 7:25 p.m. right here on the East Coast in the great state of New Jersey. By the looks of the title, a bad week for department stores. Literally a bad week for department stores. So, like I said, we're going to give people a couple of minutes to join and we'll get started with tonight's discussion. And it's not going to be a pretty one. Lots of stores are closing. It is just absolutely insane. And I want to go ahead and break down everything that is going to happen within the next couple of months because it's going to be scary. So buckle up, everybody. It's going to be a bumpy ride. So let me just cut right to the chase. The first blow of bad news was the announcement of Lord & Taylor. So Lord & Taylor on May 5th, 2020, just announced that it would be shutting down its 38 remaining stores once restrictions are lifted. So pretty much when those Lord & Taylor stores reopen up, they're going right into liquidation. That's every single Lord & Taylor store in New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Michigan, I believe. I think Massachusetts as well. Lord & Taylor is done. Nordstrom's is closing 16 more stores, and the mall that took the biggest hit was the Freehold Raceway Mall. And unfortunately, from what I've heard, it's not going to reopen up. However, there is an online petition to go ahead and save that store from closing. I believe there is 8,000 signatures from it. I don't know the exact count, but it's definitely getting a lot of signatures. So I'm optimistic that maybe the people at Nordstrom's will reverse course and they won't close the Freehold store, or they will make the store reopen and have it have liquidation sales at least, so that at least people have a chance to see it one last time, because it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to all of a sudden close a store permanently. Like, I get the temporary store closures, but at some point they're going to open up. They're going to open back up again. So, I mean, I don't know if they're just going to do curbside until then. It's an I don't know situation. Maybe they'll reverse course and they'll go right into liquidation sales. I don't know. It's a mystery to me. So it's something else. I don't know. Yeah, I agree. I know. I mean, that's how it feels. I mean, even today, the lines at drive-throughs are so long. I was at BJ's Wholesale Club. They cut capacity in half, and we had to wait outside. Obviously, we had to wear the face masks. So it's scary. It's incredible how a virus pretty much, people are filing for unemployment. It's insane. So hello, Alex Elevator fan. How are you? But it's a real shame. I mean, you know, Nordstrom's and Freehold, that's a huge loss. I mean, I'm crossing my fingers that either A, they can reopen up the store, or B, they can reopen up the store but have the liquidation sales ultimately. So I'm crossing my fingers about that. Hopefully that is to tuition with that store, because Nordstrom's is a huge draw to Freehold, because they're already losing Nordstrom's. They're going to lose Lord & Taylor. And by the way, is J.C. Penney, another retailer that missed its payments twice, maybe filing for bankruptcy as early as next week. Neiman Marcus has already filed for bankruptcy. So, I mean, it's literally just one by one by one by one. Saks is not too far behind. They're also struggling too. But Hudson Bay, I mean, ultimately screwed Lord & Taylor. They sold them to Lee Totet, and then Lee Totet screwed Lord & Taylor, and then all the workers got laid off. So, it's a real shame. I mean, these are iconic American staples. Lord & Taylor too, especially. I mean, they lost their Fifth Avenue location in early 2019, and now that the fact that they're closing all 38 remaining locations, it's just mind blowing. It's very shocking. Sears and Kmart, they're not too far behind either. They're probably, the Transform Co. is going to let go of. They're probably going to have some kind of announcement soon. I mean, they haven't pulled the plug yet, but they will. J.C. Penney is definitely going to be closing some more stores soon. I don't know which ones, but they're definitely going to be cutting backs on locations. Oh no, Hudson Bay screwed over Saks Fifth Avenue. Honestly, that's why I've never liked Hudson Bay. They screwed over Lord & Taylor, and then they screwed over Saks Fifth Avenue. Lord & Taylor, they sold Lord & Taylor to Lee Totet, which was a absolute disaster. And that was between that and then the coronavirus, that was the final nail in the coffin for that retailer, unfortunately. And then Nordstrom's pulled the plug on Freehold. Crossing my fingers that it can open up again, because personally I would love to take a trip down there, but I don't know. It's a big question mark as of right now. I think it's probably going to lean more towards closing. I mean, permanently, but I guess there's only so much you can do with signatures. But maybe they'll try and convince the mall owner that they'll open up again. I don't know what's going to happen, but right now it sounds like they're permanently closing. Yes, Nordstrom's is doing well. I guess the Freehold store wasn't doing too well. I mean, the only thing they could also do too is they could shift inventory. Like they could move some inventory up north to Menlo Park, and then they could move some inventory south to like Cherry Hill. But I mean, Freehold Raceway Mall is really a destination. Um, you know, I don't know. That's just the way I feel. The governor said he wanted to put health over the economy. Yeah, look, I agree. Governor Cuomo has done a phenomenal job, but we got to start opening up again. I mean, human beings were not made to live like this forever. This was only temporary. It did not turn into, yeah, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait till May. So what? We're gonna be locked in our houses again for a whole another month. So because I mean, Lord and Taylor was a huge loss, and Nordstrom's was a huge loss. Neiman Marcus filed for bankruptcy. J.C. Penney might be filing for bankruptcy because it's missed its payment twice. I don't know, guys. I mean, I think the only one that might even reemerge is Macy's. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. All three. Well, a week ago today, New York announced that they wouldn't be opening up schools. New Jersey announced on Monday they wouldn't be opening up schools. Connecticut announced they wouldn't be opening up schools, and now Maryland also announced that they wouldn't be opening up schools, in Delaware too. So almost every state in the country will not be reopening up schools this year. I mean, I'm not surprised, but it really stinks, because I mean, especially to the seniors, like they don't get to enjoy, their last year of high school. I mean, it really stinks, and especially for college seniors. I mean, yours truly has an older brother who can't even walk for commencement. It's now going to be virtually held online. It is just incredibly sad. I mean, everything between retail, schools closing, events canceled. They canceled Oktoberfest in Germany. They just canceled the 4th of July fireworks celebration in Boston as of this morning, aimed coronavirus concerns. And that German Oktoberfest, that's all the way in October. So I can't even imagine what's going to happen with the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in November at this point. I mean, I am hopeful that there will be some form of treatment, whether that's a prescription drug or a vaccine, because we can't do this forever. I need a haircut. I get it. I get it. I get it that it's very crucial to the healthcare system, but at some point we got to put our foot down and we got to start reopening up. Opening up the parks in New Jersey this last weekend was great. I think people are adhering and practicing social distancing, which is fantastic, but we have to start working on the next phase, and we have to do it quick. We can't just keep pushing it off and pushing it off. Oh, let's wait another week. Let's not wait another week. Let's wait another 2, 3. People are not going to be able to live. And what stinks in my state is some people are unemployed. Not to say that's me, but other people who are on the phone with the state trying to figure out how to get their next paycheck. Imagine people being unemployed almost now for 7 weeks. 7 weeks. No paychecks, no stimulus package. I don't know, guys. It's really getting scary. I mean, and I don't even know what's going to happen with my summer. That's another thing. I don't even know what I'm going to do this summer. I'm a very optimistic person, but I'm hopeful that all of this will be done by June. We did it for April. May's a transition month. Let's see things get back to normal by June. I think that's the way it has to be done. I also hope too that this second wave in the fall can be avoided, because man, I would really hate to have to do this all over again. Honestly, like they need to just find a vaccine and that's it. Absolutely, people need summer. I mean, people need summer camps for the young kids, because the young kids have been cooped up in the house all spring. We need to have a summer this year. We can't just, yes, there won't be as crazy events this summer, but we have to have some form of summer. Trust me. Otherwise, it is going to be, um, pretty bad. Yeah, no, we they have to start opening up because the problem is the protests are only going to grow louder. I mean, even today, 150 people, protested in the state capitol, and imagine how longer that's going to grow. And the problem is a lot of these politicians are going to lose support, and they're going to look towards the president. So that's another issue too. But I don't want to try and make it as political as it sounds. Um, but I mean, things have to start opening back up again. You know, I get it. I get it for the frontline workers. I get it. But other people have to go back to work too. The United States of America was not designed to be closed. We weren't designed to stay in our houses all day and to, you know, practice social distancing. We need to get out. We need to get together in very, very small groups while practicing social distancing. So, but that's the way I feel about this whole thing, this whole mess of the coronavirus. Um, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's gonna even happen with malls at this point. I don't even know if they're gonna reopen this summer. I mean, I'm hopeful for the end of May, but I don't even know if that's logistical at this point, you know? It'd be nice to see the beaches open up by Memorial Day weekend with very strict social distancing guidelines. Um, but yeah, me too. Fantech 0104, I am with you on that. Um, you know, I have lost. I don't even know what. I mean, today's Friday, but it's just like it's the same day every day, sitting in the house, not doing anything. And the weather too. That's another thing. It's always been raining here. It's like not even sunny, so you can't even enjoy this lockdown. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just great. I don't know. It's just I don't know. You will probably have a virtual graduation. I believe that the coronavirus is going to be a one-time situation. I mean, look, no one expected it. I was in college and then, I got the thing on Instagram. I was there for half a semester. I went, I left the campus, packed my stuff for the week of spring break, and then I got the message during spring break, virtual classes, for the next 2 weeks. And they made the announcement that they've made the difficult but necessary decision to do what's it called, online instruction for the remainder of the semester. So then that happened, and then they made the announcement about the schools that saying schools are now closed for the rest of the year. So I don't know what schools are going to look like in the fall. I don't know. I mean, I no longer go to the institution I'm transferring out of, which I'm in the process of that right now, or beginning it very soon. But it's. I mean, I already had other issues way before this whole virus hit. But I don't even know what Bergen's going to look like. The college that I'm going to is actually a COVID testing site. Believe it or not, it was actually one of the first in the state of New Jersey. It's at a place called Bergen Community College. It's located in Paramus, New Jersey, not too far away from Westfield Garden State Plaza. And now it's a COVID-19 testing site. So who the hell knows how long that's going to be there for. I mean, all summer classes are online at this point. There's really no point. But I think what remains in question is how fall is going to be like. Is it going to be a hybrid where some classes will be online and some classes will be in person? Or are they just going to say, listen, we have to control this virus. Everyone's going to be online. So it really could go one way or the other. Um, but yeah, even though Texas is open, my mom still doesn't want me going out except to walk the dog. Well, some parents are harder on others. I mean, I'm an adult, so I can really make my own decisions, but there's not really much else to do. Hi, Shay, the Ultimate Advanced Animator 2020. All right, Fantech 0104. See you later, man. Yeah, I think by Thanksgiving and Christmas, cross our fingers and knock on some wood. Hopefully by then this will all be gone. You know, But it's just, I mean, it's like getting hit by a 2x4. I mean, I was really on track to go to Macy's and Comac. That got off the tracks, and now all this with Lord and Taylor, and it's just, I don't know, guys. It's just something else at this point. I don't know. So, by the way, I wanted to actually show you guys the petition. I do encourage any of you to sign it. I'll put the petition in the link. It's to save the Nordstrom store at Freehold Raceway Mall. So if any of you guys want the Nordstrom's petition Freehold, so there's a lot of signatures on it, and I want to show you guys. If you guys are interested in signing the petition, oh nice. If you guys are interested in signing the petition to save the Nordstrom store at Freehold, I will put the link in here. So, yeah. So let me go ahead and go there. All right. So if you guys are interested, there's 8,760 signatures. Again, if you guys are interested, this is not for, again, this only goes for people who have not signed the petition yet. Some of the people on this stream have. If you guys are interested in signing the petition, again, this does not go for, let's see here. Huh. Okay, that does it as 2 comments. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, good. All right. Yeah, definitely. Guys, definitely I do recommend anyone signing that petition. It's very important because we need to, I mean, this is the future of the Freehold Raceway Mall. If it was a store that wasn't a loss like Lord and Taylor, I'd say sure, but Nordstrom's is a huge crowd drawer. So I think we need to do everything in our power as citizens and people to keep this store afloat. Let's keep the jobs, and let's keep the elevator in that store going, at least. At least a petition, what I want to hope for, at the very least, is that the store reopens for the chance for the customers to go in one last time. Hopefully, this petition will say, okay, clearly people do truly care about this location. They started a petition, they got 100,000 signatures. We need to open up this store after the pandemic is over so that people can have that last chance and they can go to that store. Yes, unfortunately. Unfortunately, they are filing for Chapter 11. I believe they're just closing last call. There hasn't been a formal announcement about it, but yeah. Great, great. Thank you. Definitely. A shout out? Sure. Ice Cream Wallow, shout out. Okay. I was just there recently. That was one of the that was the last one I visited for COVID. Oh, Garden State Elevators. Did you sign the petition for Nordstrom's and Freehold? Just curious. I'm trying to get as many people as we can because I've been really trying to get as many people as we can because I really want this store to survive. It's huge. Yeah, J.C. Penney is too. Yeah, good. Okay, sure. Do you like the Brunswick Square Mall? Yes, actually, it's one of my favorite malls. The reason for that is the Macy's elevator because it has it's got the Burlington panel. It's, I believe, the only Macy's left with an actual full size Burlington elevator panel. It has been replaced with the Campton Pump, but the elevator is modernized in the right way. Sadly, especially with COVID going on, I don't know the future of that stores. Yeah, go ahead, man. Ask a question. Yes, 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 and yes, definitely. I could definitely see them filing for Chapter 7. At this point, they're hanging on by a thread, and COVID, it's the final nail in the coffin for that company. Yeah, 2,760. I want to see how many more people have signed it. Let's see. 7. A lot of signatures. That's a good thing. Okay. I'm hoping that the thing there is yeah, Sears actually outlived Lord and Taylor, which is amazing. Hey, Ultra Eric, did you sign the petition for Nordstrom's at Freehold? And I love elevators. You should sign it too. Yeah, I expected them to. Oh wow, I didn't even know that. How do you sign it? Okay, so you search in Google, petition Nordstrom's Freehold. Um, I don't think they will. I think Macy's is going to emerge. I think so. So you type in Google. As much as I would love to share the link with you guys, it's not as easy. Actually, hold on one second. Let me go get my phone. Okay, here we go. Let me actually go put it in the chat because this is the only way it's going to work. Let me go ahead here. Okay, let me go ahead and copy that. So I have to do it through my phone, but I have yeah, I'm just gonna send the link through the chat. Um, let me just see here. Sorry, I gotta just do this. A lot of people watching. Okay. Okay. All right, that should do it. Okay, so literally just go ahead, scroll, like highlight your cursor, and then right click, copy, paste, sign your, make an account, sign your name, and show some support for these workers. I mean, I'm doing everything, guys. I'm doing everything in my power to try and keep this Nordstrom store alive because this is one of the 5 locations in the state. We got to keep this store alive. It's especially for the type of elevator it has. I mean, this is Onus Vanity from '92. I don't want to lose one of those. Okay, I'm gonna put this guy in a timeout. Okay, I'm gonna just put him in a timeout for now. Okay, yeah, definitely sign the petition. It's very important to show some support, and especially for this store. I mean, guys, this store is an actual draw for the mall. I mean, I get Lord and Taylor. That company was just being run into the ground, but seeing a Nordstrom store close, like that's huge, and that's never happened in the state of New Jersey before. So we have to do everything in our power to try and get this store to not close and have the corporate people at Nordstrom's rethink their decision to close this store. Or at the very least, they should allow this store to open so that it can conduct its liquidation sales as properly expected. But again, it's only going to matter so much. But if we push now early on, we've got a shot. But people have to keep pushing. We have to push. The more that people push, the more that people sign, the better shot we have at saving this iconic 3-level upscale department store at a destination mall. Because if Nordstrom's really does close, Freehold Raceway Mall is going to be in some serious trouble. And it's not just again. I mean, it's kind of for the elevator, but think about it this way: Nordstrom's goes, Lord and Taylor goes, JCPenney is literally on borrowed time. Sears closed back in earlier this year, so it's very critical to save this store. Freehold will not exist in the next coming years if they decide to close. Yeah, I mean JCPenney right now is literally on borrowed time, so I mean I wouldn't be surprised if they were the next to go, but I think I would personally rather save a Nordstrom's versus trying to save a Sears store, especially a critical one that actually puts a mall on a map. I don't really, Sears is pretty much done at this point. Lord and Taylor, they've been just run right into the ground by Hudson Bay and then by this other Lee Totet San Francisco based company. I don't really care about that. They destroyed the brand, they destroyed Saks Fifth Avenue, but it's definitely, we definitely need to save a Nordstrom's if we can, as people staying at home to advocate while practice social distancing. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to just sign the petition. If it says to create an account, make sure to create an account. Yeah, a couple of Sears stores actually closed during the pandemic near me. New Brunswick, Livingston, Woodbridge, and then what was the other one? Oh, Kmart at Penn Station was another one, and Sears at Smith Haven. Literally all closed right as the pandemic was about to reach its peak. Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to try, if we can save a Nordstrom store, especially in New Jersey, where it is a really, good state for them to be in. I think it's worth it to push it to the limits. Sears is hanging on by a leg. J.C. Penney's on borrowed time, and Lord and Taylor was just badly run into the ground. But if we can save a Nordstrom store, I think that's something that we have. Um, I mean, you don't have to, but that's up to you, really. Oh, I know. I agree. Yes, I know we can't stay indoors. Yeah, Philly's stay-at-home order was extended until June 4th, and I could see why. That's not that bad though. That's another 3 to 4 weeks. They won't. I don't think they're going to extend it down there, but yeah, that's fine. But yeah, thank you guys. Like that means a lot. The fact that you guys are signing the petition, that's huge. Like that's really huge, especially with all your support and my support. I think we can really make a change. So yeah. Yeah, the last series that I filmed at was New Brunswick, and thank God I did. 13 more counties for next Friday. Did they say Dauphin County, like the one where Harrisburg is, or is that another region of Pennsylvania? Just curious. Out of the blue moon, our schools cannot be closed forever. No, they won't be. They're going to reopen up again. But yeah, again, guys, I have to give it to you. Thank you for signing the petition. Oh, Michael Feldman, how are you? Hey, oh no, not Dauphin. Okay, okay. I'm sure that's probably another 2 to 3 weeks away. Then I bet. Um, Hey, Michael. So there's a petition for Nordstrom's of Freehold. Would you like me to send you the link to go ahead and sign that petition? I can put it in the chat for you if you want. So if you can make an account and make sure to sign it. I mean, I signed your thing to save them all. Maybe you could return the favor and try to save this Nordstrom store. So, but I do appreciate you guys really like coming together. I mean, this is huge. Like, this it's really special, and it's a special, store, and for the workers too. It's a really a special place, and it's a special, elevator that it could very well be lost. And I think if we the people can prevent that, I think um this is a great idea in my opinion. No, Lord and Taylor is no longer owned by Hudson Bay. They're owned by Lee Totet. It's some company based, I believe, in San Francisco. So they were going to start his turnaround plan, but then it fell flat because of Corona. And now, because the stores have been ordered to close on March 17th, they have been pretty much closed since then. So they now have to pretty much make up for their losses and have to liquidate all the stores. Honestly, they were run into the ground by bad corporate management. Nordstrom's at Freehold at least has a shot at staying open at the mall. Lord and Taylor was just badly run. It was just a badly run company by Hudson Bay, and then shifted over to another company who just was the final nail in the coffin for the company. It's a lot of companies, but it's just logistics, I guess. Wow, thank you guys. It's now at 8,785. Oh, not only did they destroy Lord and Taylor, they're in the process of destroying Saks Fifth Avenue too. That'll be the next one that Lee Totet takes on and just destroys them too. So they destroyed Lord and Taylor, and they're going to destroy Saks Fifth Avenue. Way to go, Hudson Bay. Stupid corporate run people. If a buyer is found, they might very well be saved, but I don't know. It would be interesting to see if they found a buyer for all the Lord and Taylor stores. If a buyer actually did come in and saved all the jobs, that would be I think that would be very smart, but who wants to buy Lord and Taylor? That's the tough part. So yeah, I was shocked. Like my jaw dropped. I was like, wow. I'm actually on this Facebook group. It's called Department Stores Matter. So pretty much when something's up, I'm like, really? Like, wow, I don't know. My jaw dropped, my eyes dropped. I was like, wow, wow, that's huge. Have you been to Dadeland Mall? No, I have not. I've been to two. I've actually no. I've been to three. No, actually, no. mm, Yeah. Wait. No, four Saks Fifth Avenue stores. New York City, Walt Women Shops, the shops at Riverside, and the mall at Short Hills. So I've been to four Saks Fifth Avenue stores. Neiman Marcus, I've only been to two, Short Hills and Westfield Garden State. Have not been to White Plains yet. And I've never been to the Roosevelt Field one. Although I don't even know if I'm gonna make it out to that one. So yeah. That is probably the best way to describe it. Badly mismanaged, except it was lower scale retail versus upper scale retail. But even then, it's oh, nice. That's cool, I guess. Wow. I'm just looking. Just speechless. Yeah, probably. I wish too, but uh, I mean, Neiman Marcus, they're not closing all the stores yet. J.C. Penney, they're not as valuable as you think. There really isn't a reason to make a petition for a J.C. Penney store at this point. I think they're going to close more stores. We just don't know which ones yet. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Probably at this point. I mean, they actually tested it a couple days ago. So I mean, I'm definitely going to try and go this summer. Hell yeah, absolutely. No question about that. I will go to Hershey Park this summer. No doubt about that. I don't know when, but I will go. I promise. And I will get to Macy's in Harrisburg at some point too. I'm making plans right now to try and make this happen, guys. This is going to be This is going to be something that's big. So yeah. Yeah. Neiman Marcus is only closing their last call locations and they're going to do their bigger department stores. I don't know the full details, but I'm not going to go ahead and say anything because what's it called? I don't know at this point. Litotet. I don't even. It's some like. It's a women's clothing rental business, which is based in San Francisco. It's one of those like crazy California companies acquiring a New York City-based department store chain. Just a very, very weird acquisition, like West Coast online versus East Coast classic traditional department stores. I don't know. That to me. That's just a really bad combination. Yeah, well, we'll see. Lee Totet. It's I don't know. It's some I don't know. Is that like Chinese or Asian? I don't know. I don't know if that's I don't know what kind of language is that. Yeah, Hershey Park's about 3. Nordstrom's. Nordstrom's. That's my favorite elevator at Freehold Raceway Mall. That's why I signed it. Well, not only to sign it for that, but also to preserve the jobs. So JCPenney is a factor. Any updates of COVID-19 data? Oh God. As much as I don't want to show the data, I know a lot of people are asking about that. I know, guys. We didn't have a live stream on what's it called? What was it? Wednesday or something? Wow, it's still amazing. Wow, 8,795 signatures. Thank you, guys. Okay. All right, so yeah, we'll go ahead and show the data, I guess. Yeah, typically I would, but yeah, I had a lot of stuff going on. So yeah. I wish I can revisit Las Vegas, but my vacation was canceled, and that upsets me so bad. Yeah. Oh, when were you planning on going to Las Vegas? Because my I think my dad does something out there for business in Vegas. So I mean that might even be my vacation this year. You know, it all depends on whatever happens with this pandemic. So yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely show. So guys, I know what you're looking at, and you're like, Chris, you showed so many declines. I know. It's still happening. This was data that was collected a few days ago. This is some new stuff. I'm surprised Texas didn't have a stay-at-home order. But yeah, for New Jersey, unfortunately, all the orders are extended. I guess this is extended too. Um, but this is where New Jersey stands on the death rate. So it went down. It did go up again, like to 330, but it is slowly actually going down. I believe the lowest number was reported today. I don't know. I think it was May 7th. The lowest number of deaths actually was 162. So I'm hopeful that tomorrow's number will be much lower. Um, but again, it all depends on what happens. I don't know what they do in Pennsylvania because they don't air Governor Tom Wolf here. Um, but Pennsylvania too didn't get hit as hard. They only had like 100 deaths. Still a lot of people though. It's still a lot of people dying from COVID. It's just a very unfortunate situation. I mean, I hope this amount is enough at least to say, okay, we got to start reopening up again because we're on the downward spiral. But trust me, guys, it's going to be a very long road to recovery. So, New York, it has definitely gone down. It's definitely improved in New York, definitely significantly. I believe, what was it? Governor Cuomo reported today another 216 deaths. So the day before that, it was at like 232. So that's really good, actually. That's really good. It went down about 15. It is going to take time, but the good news is New York is officially on the downward spiral, and now they're at about the 100 sections, which is fantastic news. What I would love to see is the cases to continue to decline. for the next couple of days. But like I said, it's going to be a very long downward spiral. This is where New York really hit its peak up here, and then it really started coming down. Like it was at like 800 and like 600. So I mean, it's definitely gone down at this point, which is fantastic news to hear. And personally, I'm glad that it is starting to go down, and we are starting to get things opened up back up again. The parks are reopened again in New Jersey and in all the state parks, but they were cutting capacity. So I think that's the most important thing. In passive recreation too, all playgrounds remain closed. So we will get through this, guys. It is going to take time. Nobody said this was going to be easy, and nobody said this was going to be hard. But we all just have to work together, and that's the most important thing: is to stay home, and hopefully this will pass within the next couple of weeks or so. So the other thing, another update on my college, is I actually just filled out a form today. Not yet, but I got a form today to pretty much withdraw from the school today, and also I got the form to actually go up there. So how that process is going to work is I'm going to go very early in the morning, and this is literally the day right after my semester finishes. Getting up at about 8 o'clock in the morning, showering, going up to the college, and I am required to not only wear a face mask, but also gloves for these hands. So I'm going to be wearing gloves, a face mask, and I'm going to have one other person with me. I'm going to get the rest of my stuff. I pretty much have a 90-minute time frame. So about an hour and a half to pretty much empty the rest of my dorm, get all my stuff, and go home. That's it. And you can't even, it's literally, and also too, they instructed that everyone parks every other spot. It's not even a close proximity. It's going to be, one car and then skip a spot, another car, skip a spot, another car. So it's pretty much going to be unfortunately, it's going to be a very carefully coordinated system where you come in, they give you a thing for your room, you get your stuff, you bring it to your car, you get out. That's it. No stopping, no nothing else. I'll be back home. I drop everything off, and that's pretty much it. And then starting next week, I enter summer classes. I'll see if I can go to Hershey Park and maybe a couple of malls over the summer, and hopefully by then this will all be done. And I hope that there is going to be some form of treatment by the fall. Honestly. So yeah. Interesting, because there's actually, it's funny. In New York, the law requires everyone out in public to wear masks, but they never signed it in New Jersey. I don't know if anyone noticed that. So yeah. I don't know. I mean, Lord and Taylor is now going to close there. So I mean, and at this point I'm due for a visit there at some point. But I'm going to take my time with malls. Like I'm not going to go right away. It's going to be a little while. So yeah. I don't know my chances. Oh, chances for Dave & Buster's? Well, Lord and Taylor is moving out, and Sears is on the chopping block, and JCPenney is on borrowed time. So yeah, there's a pretty good chance that you might get a Dave & Buster's there. But it would definitely be an ideal mall to have one too. Yes, I would drive an hour for a Vector if pennies went out. That's why I'm trying really hard to go there, and that's why I signed the petition, because I mean, imagine getting an official final ride, not the one I put up today, but imagine getting an official final ride on both Nordstrom's, Lord and Taylor, and JCPenney. It's a triple whammy. It's pretty much a 3-in-1, and using gas efficiently. So yeah. Yeah, I think Sears is going to be there. It's going to be a chopping block too. Yeah, I think I'm on a chopping block at this point. What was I going to say? No, because they're going to be putting in a round one. They're not going to want a round one and a Dave & Buster's on the same property. And plus, you already have what's it called? Nuts. Yeah, they're gonna have a round one. Yeah, I don't want that on the same property. Plus, you have I Play America, which isn't too far away. So no, unfortunately, a Dave & Buster's wouldn't work there. I wouldn't be surprised if JCPenney decided to pull the plug on Brunswick Square, honestly. Because I mean, it's the problem is that mall's going to really struggle once this is all over, unfortunately. And it's one of my favorite malls in the state too, because it's a cute little mall. I mean, it doesn't get as much attention as all the other malls in New Jersey, but it's a cute little mall. But I could see it closing. Personally, I'm happy I got the Sears in New Brunswick because I was never in that store. I mean, I'll never walk into Smith Haven, but Sears at New Brunswick, that was a that was in a very interesting little store. Oh, Lord and Taylor isn't even going in American Dream anymore. That was done way before this was all done. I don't even know if Saks is going to go into American Dream. I think they started building the Barneys New York, and now that's now scrapped. So yeah, thoughts on Macy's at Freehold Raceway Mall? I don't think it's going anywhere. It's probably a pretty high growth store, but again, it could change with Nordstrom's possibly departing if this petition doesn't go through. Hey, Transportation 930, how are you? Yeah, they're struggling definitely. Broadway Commons just lost their Macy's. Galleria White Plains has a big Sears store, and Macy's, I believe, now doesn't even own the property there anymore, so they could very well close that store. I think a lot of it, American Dream now, just announced recently, Don Guardian, the CEO of Triple Five, has just announced that American Dream will be 70% entertainment and 30% retail. So I think that was a very smart move too. I mean, and he knows too because the market is changing. So very smart move on him. I mean, I'll definitely have to go there. I mean, it's been good to make me want to go there even more once this whole madness is over. Our mall's going to open soon. I don't know. I honestly don't know right now. I'm looking at the numbers; they're looking good, but I don't want to make a date just yet. I want to wait until the numbers keep going down. They have to keep going down at least for another 2 weeks, and then I can probably make a pretty good assumption when malls are going to reopen. What'll be nice too is by the time the malls open up, all the stores will open because they're testing it right now in the South, and then eventually when all the malls open, all the stores will open, which will be nice. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Because I mean, that mall really has nothing special. I mean, yeah, you have a Target and yeah, you have an IKEA. I mean, I guess IKEA is still the draw technically for that mall. I mean, Target you could really find anywhere at this point. But it's I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that mall. Um, but sorry about that, guys. Yeah, it was interesting. What happened with that? Macy's went from TK, now they. Yeah, I guess Macy's wasn't a huge fan of ThyssenKrupp, unfortunately. Oh, Hamilton Marketplace, my my childhood shopping complex. I think JCPenney still does use Kone. I believe they still do, but I don't know at this point. My last day of e-learning is May 21st. My last day of my spring semester is in a couple of days. I don't have any exams. I mean, I got to study for exams this weekend, and I got to study for exams on Monday. So yeah. Yeah, at this point, they probably don't. I agree. At this point, they probably don't have any money. I mean, they're literally on borrowed time. They missed two payments. I mean, I don't know how you missed two payments, but welcome to the world of we didn't think that we were going to get hit with coronavirus, but that's with everybody. Everybody's getting hit pretty hard right now, including yours. Well, actually, no, I can't really say that. Never mind. I'm taking that comment back. Just gonna close my window real quick. It's starting to finally get dark in here. Oh, oh, nuts. Damn it. There we go. All right, that should do it. I'm just gonna close this. No, 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 no. No. Oh, all right, stay. Please stay. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Oh. Oh, you have a test? Nice. Oh, got a new starter. That's nice. I just had to fix my window. No, it can't be August. The curtains collapsed. Yes, they did. Unfortunately. Nah, it definitely won't be August. Definitely not August. Yeah, I gotta close this curtain too. I'll be right back. Oh, bye. I love elevators. Yeah, yeah. Mine was like falling. Imagine this falls again. It might though. Knock on wood, so it doesn't. But yeah. Oh man, this is. I don't even know what to say anymore. This has been. I mean, between school, retail, schools being closed for the rest of the year, retail stores going out of business because of the pandemic. I don't know, guys. It's tough. So yeah. I think they will start the process towards the end of May, and the process will be completed by the middle of June. I think that's what's going to happen. I mean, you know, they'll start out small and then they'll get much bigger. So I think I think it's going to be a process that's going to happen at towards the end of this month. So you know, but yeah, no, I actually don't. 7 days left. Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much a way to sum it up. I don't know yet what's going to happen with Lord and Taylor and Primus. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting when everything starts opening back up again. I honestly don't know right now, and at this point, I'm just waiting until things start really opening up again and to make predictions like that. But right now, I don't really have any advice. Imagine if Boscov's opened up a freehold racing ball. It could very well. I mean, if something else decides to shut down, they might very well do that. But we'll see. It wouldn't be a bad idea for them to open up actually, and especially now there's going to be a lot of available space. They definitely won't go in the Nordstrom store. I don't see them doing that, and I think we can actually save Nordstrom's by the petition. But yeah, I mean it's looking really good, guys. We're at it's at 8,832 signatures. That's pretty good, guys. Yeah, something like that, I guess. All right. So we're getting to the pretty much the very end of this Q&A live stream. I'm not doing another one tonight. So if you guys have any last minute questions, now would be the time to go ahead and ask them. So what I am going to say is next week, guys, there will be no coronavirus update at all. Just another Q&A live stream. Um, I have some exams on Tuesday that I really have to study for, and Mother's Day is this weekend too. So yeah, there will not be a coronavirus update coming up on Monday and Wednesday, and we can talk about it on Friday and stuff. We'll see what happens by the end of next week. But there will not be a coronavirus update on Monday or Wednesday. Just telling that to everybody right now. It's just I really have to finish strong with these last 3 assignments, and yeah. Oh, I think Freehold's an ideal location for them. Probably in the J.C. Penney store. I don't know. I would need like a whole day down there. I need like a whole day down there and a place to stay. But let me know if that's possible. Not trying to invite myself, but yeah. Um, but yeah, if you guys have any last minute questions, like I said, now would be the time to go ahead and put them in the chat. And if it's delayed, again, I do apologize. I hate StreamYard. But yeah, stay at the Radisson. Listen, man, if I had the money and I had a car and I had a good time at a good paying job and we weren't in this pandemic, absolutely, I would do it. Yeah. That's something else. Something else. I've heard of it. I've definitely heard of it. Okay, there must be no more questions. You guys are very quiet. I don't know. I don't know if I would. Hmm, okay. Yeah, American Dream has been doing some interesting stuff. I think they had something about DreamWorks Water Park. Oh, shoot, I missed that. Oh well. That's all right. No problem. If someone wins, they will shut down the whole complex, and you and up to 10 friends give you access to everything, including a free dinner at their upscale restaurants. Oh, great. So, yeah. Oh, nice. 1984 Otis Series 1 elevator. Nice. Yeah, Boston actually just canceled their fireworks. New York City, I think they're still doing theirs, I think, but Boston canceled their celebrations. I mean, I think the fireworks for 4th of July might be different this year. So, but I hope it's just a 1 year thing, and then we can finally turn the table on this madness of a disease, and things can start getting back to normal sooner, hopefully. But yeah. All right. Almost coming up on an hour here. All right, so 2 more minutes, guys, and then I unfortunately I'm gonna have to wrap it up for tonight. I like I said, I'm pretty tired. I had to get up early this morning. I had a math exam at what was it, 7, like 6, I think. Yeah, I had to get up extremely early today. I had a math exam at around like 7:30. And then I pretty much, just kind of relaxed. I had to do some grocery shopping at BJ's Wholesale Club, and yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, that was my day pretty much. So, but yeah, definitely stay tuned, guys, for any further updates regarding the whole thing with the coronavirus and when I get to go to malls again. Again, I would like to thank you guys again. A huge thank you to you guys signing the petition to keep Nordstrom's and Freehold alive. I think we can do it. Please tell your friends, your family, sign the petition, and support these workers. I mean, this is an important store, and we have to do everything we can to keep the store alive at the mall. So I think by me giving you guys the opportunity to go ahead and use the link to sign for that store, it is me giving something to you for you to sign and to help support a crucial and important anchor store for a destination mall, also for the workers and the employees. I mean, this is an important store to save. So I think if any little bit of effort counts, whether anyone says, "Oh," and I did post it, and they were like, "Oh, it's not going to happen." Remember, a movement can happen, but the more people you get together, the larger the crowd gets. And if we can do that, we can convince the mall to keep the store open, or the store can reopen for liquidation sales. Either or, I would love to see. So that's the most important thing. Let's save Nordstrom's at Freehold. Let's keep practicing social distancing as much as we can. And hopefully things will get back to normal soon, guys. I'll give you guys another update in about a week. So everybody have a wonderful weekend. Make sure on this Sunday, I know Mother's Day is a little bit different this year, but spend time with your moms. I mean, they're the most important thing right now. And just make sure to really appreciate them, because they are a huge part of your lives. And make sure to have a great time with them. I know that's a little bit different this year, but make sure to make the best of it. Let's make the best of the situation that we're in. And let's do this. Like let's get Nordstrom's to stay open at Freehold. So yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you again for tuning into the Q&A live stream number 48. I know it's been a bad week for retail, but let's make a difference in this Nordstrom store. So anyways, guys, thank you again for watching, and we will see you next time. That's it.